I'm Nikki Alexander for NASCAR.com here at Marquee, one of New York City's premier nightclubs, to celebrate the Nextel Cup Series Champions Party. We've got Hollywood celebrities, we've got music moguls, we've got A-listers all here to celebrate with NASCAR's finest. Who are you a big fan of? Who are you here to see tonight?
I think I met Casey Kane when I was at the races, Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson, and I saw Jeff Gordon out in LA.
Tomorrow night you're going to be doing stand-up at the awards banquet?
Performing during the Nextel Cup Awards ceremony. So that's why I'm out here, yeah.
You want to give us a little warm-up for your routine?
I don't know. I've been writing it on the plane and coming out here. I don't know how good it is. We'll see how it goes tomorrow.
This is your second year here at this party.
Yes.
You must really like NASCAR.
Yes, I do. I get on really good with some of these drivers, and the people who run the show here have been very, very cool to me.
So which drivers are you looking forward to hanging out with tonight?
I'm friendly with Carl Edwards and Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, just a whole slew of guys.
Cool. Well, I've actually never been to this party before. It's my first time. So tell me, what can I expect when I get in those doors?
When you get in those doors, really loud music. You should probably wear earplugs. I'd hope you have some kind of regulator on your microphone so it doesn't destroy the equipment that you're using. And probably there'll probably be some non-alcoholic beer flowing right out of the underneath the doorway.
So are you gonna dance out there? Are you gonna party?
Am I gonna dance? No, I'm not a dancer. I like to watch and make fun of people.
You can get up on the microphone, maybe?
Not a chance. No way.
I grew up in my dad's paint shop. My dad, the 60s, 70s, my dad and his brothers had custom paint shops. It's really kind of a dying art that a lot of people aren't really doing a lot of custom paints anymore.
All right, so we're here in the shop. So what's the first process when you're going to paint a driver's helmet?
Gosh, we got to get it out and get it base prepped and just get everything pulled together. What we like to do is we just pull all our logos together, make sure we got all the right colors that we're going to do it. And when we start a helmet, we make sure it doesn't sit around. It gets started and it gets done and it gets out of here next day. Now that we got the orange base coat on there, what we'll do now is we'll let them sit up for probably about 5–10 minutes, and then I'll take them over here in my work area. I'll lay out some lines on there. We'll grab the drawing, make sure everything lines up right, and then I'll go back over to him. He'll start spraying, we'll probably do the black first on the helmets, and then from there purple and logos and clear coats and boxed up and shipped. To spend the hours that you do hand painting the helmet down here and to turn your television on Sunday morning, go to the local store, pick up a magazine, and the helmets are getting photos and getting seen on television. To see what I sit down and put my thought and time and talk to the driver, what do you like? What are you looking for? They don't get to design the fire suit, they don't get to design what the car paint scheme looks like or anything like that, but the helmets, they do get to have some say in. As a joke, I would always tell him, if I ever see you throw a helmet, I'll never paint another helmet for you again. I did a special helmet for Tony, faded the colors on it, and he gets out and he threw the helmet down on the ground and went rolling down the track. And I thought right then and there, I put my hands on him, Tony, what are you doing? And then back in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm probably still gonna paint Tony's helmets. But it was frustrating. And then about 3 days later in the mail, package shows up, and it was that helmet, the actual helmet that he wore. And I put a little note in there, you're still going to paint my helmets. And so I was like, well, of course,
He is the living embodiment of the Jack Daniel's modern-day motto, pace yourself. Jimmy Bedford is just the 6th man to assume the post of master distiller in the company's 141-year history, a chain of succession started by the original, Jack Daniel himself.
I've had the job since 1988. I started there in 68, and I worked under Frank Bobo, who was the master distiller at that time, and when he retired in 88, and I was fortunate enough to be made the master distiller. So come May of next year, I will have been with Jack Daniel 40 years. Kind of like being Pope, there's not a big turnover. Again, this is the charcoal mellowing vat. You see half of one right here. Yep. I mean, just a short. But this is actually 10 feet deep, and the whiskey seeps down through that. We're made in Lynchburg because of one reason, and that's because of the cave spring. That's very, very important to us. The cave spring is a limestone, mineral-free water that flows out of that cave year-round at a very cool temperature, 56 degrees. And with that, Years ago, they had to use the water to cool with, but today we reserve the water strictly to go into the product and make the product with. Jack Daniel's has become somewhat of an Americana, and with that, we're the largest selling whiskey in the world today.